Hello, my beautiful divines. I hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be a collective reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest. I have already pre-shuffled, and this is what has came out. So let's just clarify with the overall energy of this reading. What's the overall energy of this reading, Holy Spirit? So, let's see. Clarify the overall energy, Holy Spirit. Okay, give me more on the Ace of Wands, Holy Spirit. Okay, so with this energy, with the overall energy being a roller coaster, this is letting me know that there was um, a karmic cycle that you were in with the individual who I don't know why I want to say a fire sign. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. But I'm just really getting a fire sign, so it could be someone who has a very heavy in their fire sign, but it doesn't have to be. But you were in this relationship was a roller coaster of emotions, right? This had its ups and downs, but what I'm getting with the Ace of Wands is that something has came to awareness for you. Something has came to light far as maybe you got really tired. I'm getting like maybe you just got really tired of dealing with this individual because with this cuffing season being here and the Five of Pentacles to the Five of Swords, it could have been a lot of deceptive behavior going on, you know, a lot of arguments. You could have supported this person financially, you know, whether it's supporting them financially, physically, emotionally, whatever it was very exhausting for you. It was very exhausting for you to, like you were really upholding this relationship. It almost feels like with this roller coaster of emotions, it could feel like a runner and chaser dynamic. You're like a runner and chaser dynamic because it almost feel like you were probably upholding this relationship a lot. Yeah, you were upholding this relationship a lot. It took a lot out of you. Yeah. So with the overall energy is it's actually a beautiful reading. I feel like crying because it's like the divine has stepped in a way. The divine has stepped in a way for you to create. Like you can be able to when you transmute certain energies, when you can turn this Five of Pentacles into something that you're really passionate about, far as if you want to, whatever projects you have going on, you know, put that energy into that, transmute that hurt, transmute that sadness, transmute that disappointment, transmute that that heaviness, that everything that weighed you down in this relationship, or there could have been a situationship, right? Transmute that energy into what's your creative passion, and it will lead you into your Ten of Pentacles. It could possibly lead you into, you know, financial stability, whether that's just you getting a new promotion at the workplace, or you found a new creative project, or you starting that business, or something of that nature that you have a sudden awareness about. And this is definitely divine intervention. This is definitely could look like maybe in a dream state. You're having these dreams, possibly, or you're having these certain urges to go out and do certain stuff. Like far as being in nature, it's a great way to ground yourselves. You know, being in nature, going outside, putting your feet on the ground, hugging a tree. Yeah, just getting rid of that negative energy, getting rid of the illusions of what you thought was possibly going to lead you to this, you know, this honeymoon, this marriage may not necessarily be, you know, the ending of your, you know, your book is still being written. You know, you're still writing your book, so it may not necessarily be the correct chapter. What I'm trying to say is your destiny is still unwritten, right? What you thought was going to be what you thought was going to be is really not what it's going to be. So in a way, the divine has stepped in and showed you someone's sneaky behavior, or if it's not, yeah, this sneaky behavior, or you just, in a way, the divine, when it steps in, it could just be you just fed up with just putting up with someone BS. So let's see what I want to know is, what led up to this point of the divine, of the collective, to feel fed up with this honeymoon? What led up to that? The Wheel of Fortune. So I'm getting it's an ending of a karmic cycle for sure. And the Knight of Wands. So yeah, what led up to it is, we gotta think about it too, that the Nine of Wands is almost at the end of, it's like you're gearing up for the end. You're gearing up for what is to come, right? You're gearing up for what is to come. And what is to come is for you to come into your own spiritual union. It's for you to come into your own alignment with oneself. This is actually beautiful. This is actually a beautiful reading. Despite the roller coaster of emotions, this is actually a beautiful reading. Give me more on this, on the, Holy Spirit, give me more on this, on the collective's person, on the divine's person. Give me more on the collective person. What should we need to know? Give me more, Holy Spirit, on the collective's person. Oh, what was all that? That flipped out. So we got the Lovers. Yeah. More Spirit is, this could definitely be like a twin flame. I usually pick up on a lot of twin flame journeys. This could definitely have been a twin flame with the Lovers. So this was definitely a spiritual union. So a lot of twin flames doesn't usually, and congratulations to you all for passing this cycle. Congratulations to you, because this is not an easy, a twin flame journey is not easy at all. So I want to say congratulations to you for learning this lesson. And I'm gonna get back to your person, but I have to say this really quick. Congratulations to you for learning this lesson, for not letting this turn you, not letting this to turn you ragged, right? Not letting this to turn you into a bitter person, right? Because when you operate out of pure love, and even though what you might have been through, it doesn't define you. And when you operate out of, when you operate like that, the divine rewards us for that. The divine rewards us with our Ten of Pentacles, with our own Ten of Pentacles. You know, the Ten of Pentacles is you know, the home, the whole 9 yards. You know, you got the spiritual union, you got your money, you got your coin, you got everything with it. But with this Ten of Pentacles, you have it in your hand. You can do that within yourself. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. But this is definitely a twin flame journey. This individual could have been very manipulative in a way, or yeah, with the King of Cups in reverse. Oh my goodness. Yeah, someone who's egotistical, someone who's works, someone who could have came on very strong. This is someone who could have came on very strong, very passionate to you towards the beginning, and then they probably could have switched and been like, well, unless for you to love me, you got to do this, or I'm almost getting like the Joker and Harley Quinn almost, right? And how she was just such a nice girl, and she met the Joker. She was working when she was working at the hospital, and something just switched in her to the point where she went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over him, right? She was like, and when she finally, leaped over the edge, and he was like, no. He asked her, he was like, no, will you die for me? And she was like, yes. And she leaped over that edge. So it feels like this, it feels like it could have been that type of dynamic, like a Harley Quinn and the Joker relationship. Very high highs and very low lows. And it's like you don't really know that you're in this cycle, or you're in this toxicity, or you're feeding this like slot machine, or you're feeding into this I guess this devilish energy, and you're just like, but it's like, I know, it's like, but it's like I you could it's like you could have felt like it was going crazy, because it's like, I know, well, I'm not supposed to show the lovers on here. Oh, okay. I just realized that I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube, but it's like, I know I'm not tripping, right? It's like, I know I'm not tripping. I know that what we have, like when we have these good times, is absolutely amazing. It's, I feel loved, I feel seen, all of that. But when it's bad, it's really bad. And that could have led into this cycle. You could have possibly been with this individual for between 5 and 9 years. Right? Between 5 and 10 years, you could have possibly been with this individual, or you could have known this individual of this off and on dynamic. Yeah. Let's see what else. I'm gonna pick up the Oracle deck. What else, Holy Spirit? What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah. Bonnie and Clyde. So again, you could have, getting this could also be like maybe like a babe. This could be like your baby's, like your baby's father or your baby's mother. Yeah, this could have been very again, just like a roller coaster of emotions. Give me more on this, Holy Spirit. On the Bonnie and Clyde, what else we need to know about this? Yeah, the Tower. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab my other deck really quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my other deck. Okay, so I'm back on my other deck. I want to know more about this tower. Give me more on this tower, Holy Spirit. Sorry, y'all. It's too many cards coming out. It's too many cards. These are really big cards. I like using the other one more. But for me, I just like to shuffle until I feel called to put the cards down. Yeah. So the tower is your intuition speaking to you, screaming at you. Your intuition was extremely screaming at you to the point where you're like, something is not right. You could have doubted your intuition for a while. You could have put off your own, like well-being for this individual. You know, you could have possibly, yeah, and it's a fly in the room, so it's almost like it's almost like something just kept coming in the way of you. Something just kept coming in the way of you actually ending this situation, or just really focusing on yourself. So something could have possibly just came in the way. Like, again, I said baby mother, baby father type of dynamic. So kids could have came in the way. I'm not saying kids come in the way, but you know, sometimes when, sometimes when life gets in the way, sometimes we forget to focus on what we need to do to background ourselves. Focus on what feeds our soul. Focus on what makes us feel good, you know, whether that's just eating right, exercising, or like I said, just grounding ourselves. So you could have really put off trusting your own intuition, and finally, again, the divine had to step in some way. Okay, what was going on behind the divine's back without them knowing? What was going on behind the divine's back without them knowing that they should be made aware of? Give me more on this black sheep. Give me more on this black sheep, Holy Spirit. The justice. Give me more. The Fool. So what was going on behind your back is give me a minute. Give me a minute here, because with this black sheep, okay, so what I'm kind of getting is not really what I'm kind of getting is you were kind of alienated, is the word, right? Alienated. You were alienated within your family. You could have possibly felt like you could possibly have felt like either within whatever this family dynamic is within this union, or just growing up, because that's usually what a twin flame journey is about, right? It's somehow, some way that you feel so abandoned in a way that, or betrayed in a way that it leads you down this own path of just trying to discover your own awareness, right? Just trying to figure out, like, just trying to figure out where do you fit in life, like what it like what has led me down this path where I'm at, right? Or why is it that everyone turns against me? Or why is it that this doesn't work out for me? So in a way, you could have felt trapped. In a way, you could have felt trapped. Possibly, again, you could have been married to this person, or you could have something within a family dynamic where you felt like you were trapped, and you were, again, alienated, or you were casted out in a way, or you were looked upon as like the strange one in some shape or form. And yeah. So what was going on behind your back is there is something within a family dynamic that a lot of people could have turned against you. Why did people turn against this? And why was the divine give me more on that. Why was the divine alienated? Why was the divine alienated, or what caused that? Give me more. With the King of Wands, I'm getting that you were probably alienated because you probably had big dreams, big aspirations, or you were very passionate in a way. You were very passionate in a way. Yeah, you were loyal, and whether you know it or not, but when you have like I said, when you have a pure heart, there are entities, right? Because we're always in a spiritual war, believe it or not. There are entities who are assigned to come against you, to try to take that from you, to try to take your passion away from you, to try to leave you depleted, to try to make you feel alienated, to try to make you feel like you're not good enough, you're the oddball, this, that, and the third, right? Yeah. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Anything else, Holy Spirit? Anything else? Yeah. This cycle has came to an end, or is about to come to an end. So congratulations to you all again. Congratulations to you all. I'm giving you guys a big energetic hug and kisses over here, okay? Big energetic hug, and the universe is too, because it has time. The time has come. The time, we are in the year of the fire horse, so use that passion, use that fire that you have always had dormanted in you. Use that to manifest for your most highest good. Use that to bring yourself your own fulfillment, right? Now, I don't want you guys thinking like, or I don't want, you know, I just want you guys to know that, yes, of course, we all would like to have like a partnership, a loving, all of that. But right now, the main focus is you. The main focus is you. The main focus is you grounding yourself. The main focus is you getting these wands off your back. Getting this heavy sum off your back. You know, getting all of those years or months or however long you were in this cycle of having to be casted out, of having to take on others' responsibilities or take on burdens that you shouldn't have been taking on, or just simply just being told that your ideas is crazy, that your beliefs are crazy, that your projects that you have passions in is not going to amount to anything. So I will highly suggest during this full moon that you guys harvest this energy by cleansing your energy, by standing underneath the moonlight tonight, and just you can either get you some moon water and just do some type of cleanse, or like I said, just stand in front of the moon and just admire the moon, right? Or just somehow grounding yourselves. So let me know down in the comments below, just so I can be able to intuitively pick up more of you guys' energy. Because for right now, I've been mostly picking up a lot of twin flames, right? And this is definitely like a twin flame dynamic. Because I myself have went through the twin flame journey, and this is how I know how passionate and how this dynamic can be, and how you may think feel like you're going crazy and things of that nature, but you guys are not alone. You guys are not alone. Yeah, so if this did resonate, please like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, thanks. Bye, you guys.